Hey everybody, I got a video here for you today. Now I've been looking into some ancient sites in the United States, and one site was brought to my attention about 10 days ago by a subscriber. And I have done some reading on this in the last couple days, and I actually saw a television show on this a few nights ago. And it was on the History Channel, so I know, as a lot of you, I took that with a grain of salt, but what they showed really fascinated me. These are called the East Bay Mystery Walls, or the Berkeley Mystery Walls, located in the hills above the southeastern San Francisco Bay area. And when I first heard of this, I was just going, what? I'd never heard of this. And when I really looked into it, I was pretty amazed by what I found. Now on Google Earth, I wanted to look and see what they look like so I can form a proper opinion of what these might be. But once I determined what was a rock wall and what was a hiking trail and other stuff, I was amazed by these rock walls. And in areas they get really wide, and there appears to be ancient ruins up here, or that's just the way it looks to me. There seems to be some terracing in these hills. But anyway, as you can see here, this rock wall in this area just runs and runs and runs, and I guess these are partially buried up to 3 feet in the ground in areas. And I just went along here and documented all the areas that they really popped out, and I just did a 5-mile long stretch and found them all the way down in this area. But these stretch for at least 50 miles, and people have documented these and charted these. So you have a true mystery here of walls that run for 50 miles. And this isn't people just coming into this area and setting up camp. That would have taken an ancient civilization, and that would have taken thousands of work hours and many, many people. And this is atlasobscura.com, and they are one of the few sites that has an article on the Berkeley Mystery Walls. But this is what they look like. This is pretty impressive here. They just go over the top of these hills here, and they just go and they go and they go. Now, why hasn't anybody looked into this? That just does not make any sense to me. People, they investigate one inscription on a stone thoroughly, but they don't thoroughly investigate a site that runs over 50 miles. What the hell is going on here? But I just wanted to read a little bit here. It says, there are remnants of an ancient stone walls all over the East Bay, and no one knows how old they are, who built them, or why. Though people have been pondering the enigma of the Berkeley Mystery Walls for well over 100 years, no conclusions have been reached, and despite wild speculation, no serious scholarly study has ever been undertaken. And it says, stretching for over 50 miles, the East Bay Mystery Walls are found up and down the hills of the East Bay from Berkeley to San Jose. The stone walls are up to 5 feet tall in places and are constructed from boulders of varying sizes, some weighing up to a ton. The walls run in broken sections anywhere from a few meters to a half-mile in length and are placed in unlikely and inaccessible places. They seem to have no purpose. They are not continuous or high enough to act as an enclosure or a measure of defense. They are clearly, visibly very old. The heavy stones have sunk deep into the ground, and they are overgrown with lichen. And lichen growth tells me that they are very old. After meandering throughout the Oakland Hills, they head inland towards Mount Diablo, where they lead to mysterious stone circles up to 30 feet in diameter. In one place, the walls form a spiral 200 feet wide that circles a large boulder. And spirals, that sounds like somebody who has some ancient knowledge, maybe of creation. It says, the Spanish settlers in the area reported that the walls were already there when they arrived, and when they asked the local American Indians, they said the same thing. In 1904, the founder of the Contra Costa Club said the walls were clearly of prehistoric origin and could be evidence that an advanced civilization had once settled in the East Bay. Also, in 1904, the professor of Oriental languages at UC Berkeley declared that the walls were surely the work of settlers from Mongolia, as the Chinese tended to wall in their cities, and the mystery walls were reminiscent of the Great Wall of China. Others have theorized that they were built by early missionaries, and still others wonder if Sir Francis Drake did not leave colonists behind at the site where he completed the circumnavigation of the globe. And that really doesn't make a sense. Some colonists building walls 50 miles in length, come on. While speculation abounds, the mystery walls of the East Bay or the Great Wall of California remains a mystery to this day. And on this website, I'll leave a few links below, but on this website here, it talks about other walls in California, north of San Francisco, in the middle of California being found, and I will leave this link below, but it charts these sites very well. Here is San Francisco and the walls that have been documented. Out here in the Sierra Nevadas, there have been some ancient walls, and up here in the very middle of Northern California, there's also been some. So that's interesting that there has been other walls found also. But why have these mystery walls not been investigated? I think that is a huge mystery, and I think there might be a simple answer for that. And that's because if scholars go out there and investigate this site, they are going to come up with an answer that there was an ancient civilization living in California. I mean, come on, walls 50 miles in length, that would have been a massive undertaking. Scholars would have found that there was an ancient civilization living in California, and that is not what the people of this country want you to believe about the history of this country. So I thought I'd bring you the mystery walls of the San Francisco Bay Area. I will leave these links below. I found this thoroughly fascinating. The mystery of the ancient history of this country just gets weirder and weirder. Have a nice day.